Hey, good morning, Team Quest. So, Sunday morning, sorry, get my coffee on. Sunday morning, headed to the church to help out with Jim's online service today. He's recording and going online, so headed to the church to help out with that as we wrap up the Challenge Accepted mission. Man, today's going to be an exciting day. But as you know, if you've been following the Quest communication, you know that today, man, Jim's going to be bringing some talk about taking decisive action. And as I was kind of going through my morning routine this morning and thinking about that, man, it just kind of hit me like when I think about decisive action, and I think about how, how glad I am and how thankful I am that Jesus took decisive action. Jesus had a very specific purpose and mission coming here to earth, man, to rescue us and to save us, to show us who the one true God is, and to provide salvation, not just to the Jews, but to the whole world. And that's a very clear-cut mission, right? But there's obviously, some pain and suffering that he had to endure for that. And I just got to thinking, man, I'm so glad that Jesus took decisive action, right? I'm so glad he didn't just tell us what sacrifice is. He showed us, right? I'm so glad that he didn't just tell us that there's this one true God that loves us, man. He showed us that. He didn't just tell us that he wanted to give us rescue. He didn't just tell us that he wanted to give us life and life to the full. He showed us, right? He didn't just say that he had the power over death. He defeated death and he resurrected, and he took decisive action, man, when he had every right and power available to him to not follow through. Man, he took decisive action and he marched faithfully to the cross, and he endured all that he endured, and he defeated death, and he did it all for you, and he did it all for me. And I just got to thinking about that and how powerful decisive action is. And I was thinking, man, if you consider yourself a Christ follower, as I do, I believe that's the way that Jesus wants us to live our lives, right? It's one thing for us to talk about it. It's another whole nother game, and it changes the game to take decisive action and follow through with that, just like what we see with Jesus, right? And so, what is something that maybe you need to take decisive action on today? I think we all wrestle with, sometimes we think about things that we should do or things that we should say, or there's something that we need to take action on, but for whatever reason, maybe it's fear, maybe it's worry, maybe it's how people are going to take it, or whatever that looks like. We tend to kind of back out on that. And I just thought, man, like, what is it that you and I need to take decisive action on today, man? Maybe it's as soon as mom and dad wake up, man, you march in there and you tell them how much you appreciate all their hard work, and that you understand this is a hard time for them, and they're doing all that they can, and that you appreciate them, helping you with homeschool now and doing schoolwork, and or just that you love them and you appreciate them. And maybe it's telling your little brother or little sister that you'd love to watch a movie with them today, or play a game with them today, and it'll probably make their world to know that you want to hang out with them. Maybe it's repenting or confessing something. Maybe there's something that you need to come clean about. Maybe there's something that you need to let go of, and that you need to forgive somebody for, man. It's one thing for us to think about it and to talk about it. Man, it's a whole nother thing to take decisive action. So, man, I don't know. I just was driving to church this morning and kind of thinking about that, and wanted to encourage you with that, to take decisive action today. What's that thing that maybe you've been thinking about that could really change the game for somebody or for yourself? And maybe it's time to take decisive action on that, man. Aren't you glad that Jesus didn't just tell us there's a one true God that loves us, and that he didn't just tell us about sacrifice, that he didn't just tell us he was going to save us, but that he actually took decisive action. He followed through with it, and he did it. And he defeated death, and now, man, through the power of Jesus, man, we can have right relationship with our Heavenly Father. And I just think that's so amazing. And man, I'm excited to get to drive to church right now and film and help be a part of Pastor Jim proclaiming that good news to the world. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Hey, one more quick thought, man. I thought this was so cool. So I got word the other day that one of our Teen Quest videos had gotten shared around a little bit, and it made its way to Maypearl ISD. And some folks from Maypearl had shared one of our videos, and man, I just thought that was so cool. Now, Maypearl holds a special place in my heart. It's kind of like a second home to me. If you don't know about Maypearl, don't worry about it. It's kind of a small spot on the map, but it's out there kind of by Waxahachie in that area. And so, man, I just thought, how cool is that? And so, I don't know, man. Hey, if you're a student or teacher or whoever watching this out in Maypearl, man, we love you guys. And, hey, welcome to the extended family. And, hey, go Panthers. Love you guys. We'll talk to you soon.